Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Alex Thomas here, back with another video for you guys. Today I'm with my lovely fiance Steph, and today we are reviewing one of my favorite movies of all time, and that is Titanic, directed by James Cameron, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet, Billy Zane. And the reason why we're reviewing this movie is because Valentine's Day is coming up, and also it's the 25th anniversary of this movie. It's crazy. This movie is 25 years old, and yeah, I just wanted to talk about it, want to review it. It's crazy I haven't talked about this movie at all on my channel. I really love this movie. Obviously, Leonardo DiCaprio is one of my favorite actors of all time, and James Cameron is one of the GOATs of filmmaking, so it was only right for it to talk about today, and it's also a 25th anniversary, so it works both ways. So like I said, if you guys enjoy videos like this, please hit that like button, please subscribe for more. I will be having my fiance more onto the channel, so all you guys that love her on the channel, she will be more onto the channel as well. And also, me and my fiance trying to brainstorm and doing a couples channel together, so if you guys want that as well, let me know in the comment section below as well. So let's go ahead and get into this review, guys. Let's get it. Let's go. Alright, you guys, like I said, this is Titanic, directed by James Cameron. This movie came out in 1997, and I still remember the first time I saw this movie. I had the double-sided tapes. All you guys that don't know, this movie had two videotapes. You had to put one in and to put another one in. And I remember I pulled like an all-nighter with my grandma watching this movie. This is her favorite movie of all time. It is. And yeah, I just remember one day we just watched it on repeat. Like, it sucked because we had to rewind the videotape and start it over again, but it was just one of those moments I would never forget. And till now, it's become one of my favorite movies of all time. This movie is the third highest grossing movie of all time. It made close to almost $2 billion, and I think it's still making more money because they just released it again in theaters. And yeah, it's just crazy how James Cameron has 3 or 4 top box office, juggernauts in history. And it shows the test of time how great James Cameron is. He's coming off of Terminator 2, True Lies, and I guess he wanted to change up his style and do a kind of a romantic epic, and I think he really did a good job with it. Steph, what are your thoughts on Titanic?
I love Titanic. It's funny too, though. Yeah. Because like I was listening on the radio, maybe today or yesterday, and they were saying basically they were timing how Jack could have been saved and stayed alive. So it was just like how they was breaking it down. I'm like, shit, Jack probably did
also
live.
Also coming to that though is like, I think in that movie we all talk about that, but I think Jack knew he wasn't going to survive regardless, but he wanted Rose to survive. And that's why I think this movie really stands to the test of time, because the relationship between Jack and Rose, regardless of them only knowing each other for a couple days, like real talk, they only known each other for a couple days.
That's a true love story, though. I love that.
Like it's kind of the Romeo and Juliet type thing, because she comes from a wealthy family, he's a street rat at the end of the day, and it's crazy that these two people fall in love, and they're from different backgrounds and stuff like that. And Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio are amazing in this movie. They're great. They still today people want these two actors to be together. I mean,
and then the opposite attract thing. That's like, I loved it because kind of like us.
Yeah, for sure.
Opposites attract. So
for sure.
Yeah, I love that part.
Yeah. Like I say, it's crazy because on set, Kate Winslet said that Leonardo DiCaprio was kind of a tyrant to her. Well, I don't know if it was this or was it Romeo and Juliet, but I know that Leo, when he's on set, he's kind of a child on set. He tried to make things fun and stuff like that, and you could definitely see that with his character. But in this movie, I love the way Leo played Jack. I love how energetic he is and stuff like that. He has that mindset where it's like, you only live once, so do everything you can while you're alive. And like the fact that he won the tickets just on a card game, and it's crazy to think that he wasn't even supposed to be on the boat. And it's just, he happens to find Rose and fall in love, and clearly towards the end it all comes down in the water because the boat sank. But to me, I agree, it's one of the best love stories told on screen.
Yeah, and the movie makes it like it was all worth it.
Yeah.
In the end.
Yeah, for sure. But let's go ahead and get into certain things like with the actual movie itself. Like I said, this is, if you guys know the story of Titanic, basically Titanic hit a iceberg on, I think it's April 12th. It's either April 12th, it's in April of 1912. And yeah, basically half the people died, because the ship sank, and they only had a certain amount of lifeboats to save a certain amount of people. They only chose women and children to save or whatever, and it makes sense because they need women to bear children to keep life going. But you guys, the conspiracy for the Titanic, right?
I'm sure you'll tell me.
Yeah, well, basically is that they said the ship wasn't unsinkable, but the reason was it was sinkable. That the Titanic was caused.
I would really want to know what makes it unsinkable.
Yeah.
How is the Titanic unsinkable?
To me, it's like I said.
I'm pretty sure they had their own, answers of reasons of why, and pretty sure book written and things of that nature. But anything man-made is able to be destroyed. Yeah,
for sure. I agree. So, and they always say, like, of course, the steel, the way it was made and stuff like that. But I mean, if you watch the movie, there's a certain scene where the captain orders the boat to go faster. They order the boat to go faster. And when you watch that scene, it's like, no, you don't need to go faster, because if the water is clear, you can't see anything from a far distance. So by the time they get to the iceberg, it's already too late. They can't turn fast enough because how fast they're going. And like, I love that scene. I ain't gonna lie, I love the scene where they realize the iceberg is coming up and like, oh my God, we gotta turn, and they can't turn. That
big block of ice just fall on top of the boat.
Yeah.
That was eatable ice.
But let's go ahead and also, I wanted to get into certain things like the performances. I think mostly everyone in this movie is spectacular. I think Billy Zane is pretty good. He's very over the top actor in this movie, but he's really good. I think I can't think of her name, but
the guy that plays Rose's wife. That's who you're talking about?
Yeah, Rose's husband. Her fiance. Yeah, that's Billy Zane. I think he's really good in this movie. I think it's Kathy Bates. She plays Molly Brown. The one that hooks Jack up with the suit and stuff. I think she's really good in this movie.
Oh yeah, I love her in movies. Yeah, I love her character.
Yeah. She that's from Misery.
Misery.
Yeah. But I think she's really good in this movie. I think everyone gives a great performance in this movie. I mean, I think James Cameron did a great job with the direction. I think the writing is really good. I know some people complain about the runtime. Oh my God, why it's so long? But I'm like, I think with this type,
telling a fairy tale
story. I think with this movie, it needs to be as long as it is. I know certain things do seem drawn out, but I think it's all worth it towards the end, because like I said, if you guys have the videotape, when you put that second tape in, it's like no holds barred. Like from once they hit that iceberg until the ship goes into the water, you're on thin ice, literally. Like there's Jack and Rose, they probably lost like 10 to 15 pounds throughout this entire movie.
Like running in that coat, that long coat through that water. I understood the water was cold, but you're going to be cold anyway. So I was just like, wow, just throw the coat off. Yeah, it's just so heavy, too much baggage.
And it's crazy, like when you think about the filmmaking aspect, James Cameron, like he made the water super cold so he can get the actors experiences when it comes to the
facial expressions.
Yeah, like he really put them through the ringer when it came to making this movie. Like just imagine being in cold temperature water for like 12 hours a day. Like the one thing I do love about James Cameron, he's very attention to detail with his movies. But also you got to give your actors kind of a leeway a little bit. You guys, they are human at the end of the day. But yeah, I loved his attention to detail. Like I said, when it comes to the way the ship looks, the interior design of the ship, I think everything, the production design is spectacular.
Yeah, I like how they showed it in the beginning of how it's old and it's sunken underwater, then versus how it looks. Yeah, when they play the movie through. And it's just like, wow, that part right there, making it look like that, that was pretty dope to me.
Like I said, they got a lot of scenes like that where it emerges from, like when we see Jack and Rose kiss for the first time, and it emerged to the messed up ship in the water. Like it just transitions to that, and I do love those type of moments, man. It's crazy that ship is still underneath the water. It's so crazy that no one has.
How you gonna get it out, man?
You don't think we have strong enough technology to pull it out of the water? You don't think we have that?
I'm pretty sure, but I think it's like,
you think it's just such like a historical thing?
Yeah, a historical thing at this moment.
Yeah, it's just crazy though. Just imagine if someone went down there to look.
But I think if you take it out and try to keep everything intact so it can like go into a museum or whatever. Even if it came to people being able to walk through it, I don't think that it would be the same.
No, we probably couldn't do it because of how long it's been down there.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think it will fall apart.
Yeah.
And of course, we don't know. And for all you people that do know, we just don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all but we just don't know.
Yeah, we just talking theories right now. We're just talking theories. But yeah, like I said, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I probably can quote this movie from front to back. I love the score, the music of this movie. I love the score.
But you know my favorite part.
What's your favorite part?
What's my favorite part?
Is it the end? Like
the violinists.
Oh, the violin guys. Like the violin guys.
Man, they said forget it.
Yo, they go keep playing while everyone's running.
Until I'm out of here. Until I'm gone.
Playing.
We're gonna have a good time till I'm gone.
Yeah, I think this movie has a lot of great like little side characters in this movie. I do love the violins. But
and they went into their own zone.
Yeah.
People falling off the boat. They still they blocked all that out. If you could block life and things out like that, hey. That's the key right there.
For sure. There's one thing I can say is one thing I have to give a negative to. This movie doesn't hold up on special effect wise. I think some of the, especially where you see the people falling off the boat and stuff like that, I think that's kind of a drawback for me. Just a little bit, not too much. That's just a small nitpick. But everything else, like the ship sinking, the agony of, at the end when everyone's in the water just freezing to death and stuff like that. It's just it's so well done, and it's heartbreaking to know that people die just trying to live life on a boat, and they die.
Frozen in the water. That just took it for me.
Yeah, it's a very tragic story, but I mean at the end of the day, like Rose end up surviving, and
what made them believe her though?
It's
like how like in the beginning of the movie, and the one guy, he like, how we know? And I always thought that, like, how do they really know that this happened?
Well, and
I know it's a picture, but she's the
only one that called about the picture, for one, and two, I guess, and that's what I'm saying. The way we're watching it, she's telling the story through her point of view. So at the end of the day, we don't know if it's true, but we get the kind of the verification that it is her at the end when she has the diamond. She has the diamond that Rose has in the picture, and she throws it in the water. Yeah. So that's the verification, knowing that is really Rose. But there's also obviously another theory that Jack never existed. Jack never existed. That Jack was kind of a figment of her imagination. She wasn't she didn't really go through all this stuff. She was just using that as a mechanism to get away from her life because she didn't like her life. But I don't like to think about that theory. I like to think that Jack was a real character, because the reason why he technically didn't have any papers on it, because the guy at the end said, oh, we don't have no record of him. It's like, oh, because he wasn't supposed to be there. When he gets into the room for the first time, the guy is like, where's the other guy at? Like, this is not him. Like, he's not even supposed to be there. Him and his friend won the tickets on a lucky hand of poker. And I love that Jack points out, like, I'm not even supposed to be here. Shit, I'm sitting here eating caviar and sipping champagne with you guys. Shit, I'm living the best life.
Okay, that probably was the case right there.
Yep. But that's one thing I gotta give a test to this movie too. I love all that stuff. I love that we can pick certain theories out, and what if this didn't happen? What if this did happen? But clearly we got the movie showing us what did happen. But like I said, I love everything about the movie. Like I said, I love the storytelling. I love the direction. I love the music. I think all the performances are stellar. I highly recommend watching this movie. Yeah, don't get scared about the runtime. And yes, it does start pretty slow. Like once we start getting into, we meet Rose for the first time and she starts telling a story. Yes, we start getting into it. Like I said, if you guys like, romance type films, definitely check it out. Obviously, if you haven't seen Titanic, I think right now you're living under a rock.
Hey, where are you?
Yeah, it's one of the highest grossing movies of all time. Like, I don't know where you've been, but yeah. Bae, would you recommend this movie?
Yes, I would. 100%.
Yes.
100%.
Yes, awesome. So yeah, so if you guys have seen Titanic, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely check it out. I won't say spoiled a couple scenes, but you've most likely seen all the memes and stuff on internet. The internet kind of spoils everything when it comes to older movies, but it is what it is. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more reviews, all these type of videos will be coming in the near future. Hope you guys are ready for that as well. And we're on this one, you guys. Peace out.